For today's episode, the bird is the word. I'm chilling out here with the flying rooster, but it's time to head into Eagle's Tower. As always, we'll take a little bit of time to listen to the more somber music. So, in this room, in the original games, you could use your boomerang, if you had it, to hit that switch over there. As you can see, you cannot. Rather frustrating. The entire point of Eagle's Tower is to use this metal ball here to demolish 4 stone pillars that hold up the 4th floor. We will get the map a little bit later on. I will have to drop to different parts of the 1st floor for different reasons. Get through there, and there's our 1st pillar. Neat shot demolishes that. Now, if we want to head up here, we can take on a puzzle that is kind of difficult to solve if you don't have enough space. That thing's annoyed me for too long. So, which way does this bounce? You will indeed need to lower those blocks. Now let's grab this. And we can jump over this gap. Why do I have so much trouble jumping? Of course, if you want to, you can hit that crystal switch in order to proceed. You can also see a Kirby-like enemy. We can get lasered to death by BMOS as we try and reveal that there is a key up there in that chest if you need it. Wrong way. We stand here. And this will get us the map. Wrong button. So there we are. We can scroll down to the 1st floor. As you can see, fairly large area. There are lots of crystal switch blocks. That chest is the stone beak. We can get it if you want. It is, of course, completely optional. But another thing to note is the 3rd floor. Observe this hollow area and those simple connecting pathways. If you like, you can actually head into this particular room, which is the mini-boss room. The boss key is actually up here. But what you will need to do is make sure this area drops down. That's why you're smashing those pillars. So, I make my way along here. We can go and pick up the ball. The map will show you where the ball is. So can I get on a diagonal and make the shot? we'll have to take it back up with us. Throw that here, push this down, and throw it over here. Managed to land on the spikes even though I'm trying to jump, and a good shot on the 4 of a kind. Damn it. Now they're out of sync. And with a little bit of timing, this is the compass, I believe. There we go. So now we can head downstairs, but we would need the orange switches lowered in order for us to actually get the stone beak. So we'll put that in there for the time being. We can't access that area just yet. I'm really, really bad at jumping today. I mean, it does actually help that, yes, I am indeed white, so therefore I can't, according to the movie, jump. But, silly little stereotypes aside, we can take care of that Gibdo. If you use a fire-based attack on them, they will turn into Stalfos. This was the first occasion that happened. We can maneuver this way. And we've got the mirror shield. The mirror shield has improved drastically from the original games. Not only can you bounce laser blasts back at BMOS, but you will shut them down temporarily. I think I'll make sure to do that. We can go and get a key if you like. There are 2 locked blocks. So, not only will the lasers be bounced back, as we'll quickly demonstrate, but you can shut the BMOS down by doing that. Much, much more useful. We will want to follow this path if we're going for the stone beak. But, of course, we will have to maneuver our way around to get back up to the next floor. Of course, we do still actually need the blue blocks down, so... That was a bit rude. Make our way over here. Wrong one. And we'll head back up. But back to what I was trying to say about the mirror shield. Not only does it wind up turning back those laser blasts, it will also be able to turn back spears, rocks, and other projectile weapons, defeating the enemy that used them instantly. Now this key is entirely optional. But if you want a quick look at the rooms I mentioned, this leads to the mini-boss room. As a matter of housekeeping, I'm actually going to take care of that now.
Hey, runt. You think you can take me? Alright, boys, get this punk out of my face.
This is the Grim Creeper who controls these groups of... I think they're just called Big Keys, I'm not 100% sure. If you defeat all 6 of them in one go, he'll be defeated and run off.
You lousy so-and-so. Those creeps were some of my best friends. You'll pay. I'll never forget you.
In the original version, he had the somewhat cheesy but very funny line of, "You beat my brothers." Sometimes the policy of never saying die can create some amusing results. Anyway, in this particular room, push those and the boss key, as I mentioned, will appear. We want to keep the situation pretty much as is, as far as the crystal switches go. So with a key in hand, and the boss key, we can keep on maneuvering through the dungeon. You will fall off if you drop down there. If you head over this way, you will see the other of these two rooms. These two will be demolished when the upper rooms fall. If you want, you'll be able to head up this way, and with the right equipment, go through to the boss room. You can take a shortcut in order to get some secret medicine that's on the fourth, ultimately third floor. We've done everything we can in this particular section for the time being. Make our way past the three of a kind. If they get in your way, just slash at them until they let you past. And there's a chest for us. And over here is a Henox. Who is very quickly defeated by the use of sword beams. And we get another key as well. Clever use of the crystal switches will get rid of one of the key blocks, or at least reduce the need to use it. You can head down to the first floor there, but we want to go through here. Something completely pointless I managed to discover during a failed recording session. You can actually destroy those tiles with magic powder. We'll just tank them with our shield. And head on through here. There's our ball. Now, I think we have to throw it over here. Put it down. Lift it out of the air. Throw it. And throw it over there. And we will have to hit the switch if we want to go. No, I don't think we'll need to worry about the switch too much. We do need to get back to where we were, but we can do that fairly easily. Alright, we do have to drop down. Always just managing to clip myself. I'm not sure if I actually mentioned it to you, but the fireballs shot from those torches can also be reflected. And I'm also so good at dodging that I keep walking right into the enemy's path. So we want to throw that over the gap. Those disappear. And we can make our way back through the Henox's room. We've nearly destroyed all the pillars. I'll be wrapping up the rest of the dungeon in this episode. Now, you might not notice it, but the cracked wall is right there in between the torches. There is another one down there. The new dungeon design makes it a little difficult to see. Now, our owl has something to say. If you can't go over the poles, try throwing things you have in your hands. So we got a solitary bomb. And the last pillar crumbles. The fourth floor of the dungeon, heretofore inaccessible, crumbles and crashes into the third. We don't need that spike ball anymore. No shortcuts. So what we'll do is drop down through here, land right at the start, and take the mini-boss warp. Notice how things have changed. Notice how there are Goombas. We can... Stop moving. We can also unlock the door to the Nightmare's Lair. If you want, you can head up this way and get some secret medicine in a fairly simple puzzle room. However, we have some. We don't need it. It's there if you do. We, however, are ready to take on the boss. Let's equip our bow. And we'll head up the stairs. I've actually done things a little bit more efficiently compared to my failed recording.
Ah! I'm not going to hold back. I'm going to make you wish you were never born.
High in the sky soars our seventh nightmare, the Evil Eagle. The Grim Creeper takes flight. If you're a good shot, you could use the hook shot or the arrows to hack it out of the sky in the original game. The bow will do the trick. Sometimes, Evil Eagle will start blowing feathers at you. Resist the wind with the mirror shield. I didn't know I could block him like that. Some of them might accidentally wing you in the head, but that's okay. If he charges at you, hack away, and you beat him fairly easily, if I'm going to be honest.
My energy gone. I lost. But you will be lost too if the windfish wakes. Same as me. You are in his dream.
It looks like Koholint Island really will disappear. We continue on with our solemn duty. We've picked up another heart container, and we can head back into the dungeon. That door opens, and we pick up our seventh instrument, the Organ of Evening Calm. We have instructions to use the ocarina, but exactly where will we be going? Our fastest method of transport is to go back to Dampé's shack and make our way into the Telltale Mountains. I'll be wrapping up the episode by taking us to the next dungeon, because it's pretty much all we have to... Actually, I've just realised that as soon as I got here, there is something I forgot to show you. It almost went well. So I think since we've cleared the episode, I'm going to wrap things up for this one. The next one... Actually, no, I'll keep going on this one, because it's essentially a bit of travel that we can sort of tack on. We do need to make our way hastily into Eagle's Tower. And we'll have a little extra manoeuvring to do, which is problematic. You will notice the Flying Rooster has disappeared too. So we'll step into the warp point and go down the stairs. Back down here and across to where the Hinox was. Good, they're out of the way. And what you want to do is fall down one of these holes on that wall. Keep running. And near another Kirby-like enemy is a secret seashell. Now let's exit the dungeon and... Tell you what, I will meet you back at the Cuckoo Hut. So here we are back at the Cuckoo Hut, ready to head east. I will equip my hookshot because we will need that. If we head inside, the Flying Rooster is in safe hands. We don't want to shoot an arrow at anyone, especially not hitting the chickens. Just pressed the wrong button while I was trying to hit A. Anyway. Hookshot across here and we'll spot Marin. Somebody help! Hey Link! Some monsters put me up here. What should I do? I'm afraid of heights. We enact a daring rescue with the hookshot. Oh, that was a surprise. Link, thank you. Say, Link, I don't know how to say this, but... Hey, Marin! And just like C-3PO, Taran comes in to cut off what should have been a wonderful intimate moment. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, you're perfectly welcome, sir. Never mind. I gotta go. With one little glance, indicating what could have been, Marin leaves. We're looking around because we've heard something. It's the owl, and it's time for exposition.
That girl sang her song in front of the egg. Her Ballad of the Windfish is a song of awakening. Did she actually intend to wake the windfish? The next Sirens instrument is in the west. Play your melodies so the unliving stones might hear. Show your courage. The windfish waits for you.
So, our advice is to travel out to the northwest and finally get our other 150 rupees worth out of the Frog Song of Soul. Whoops, I keep forgetting that I don't have the Roc's Feather on X. It's my preference for some reason. Very useful for navigation, so that's why I'm probably trying to do things when I think I have the Roc's Feather. Force of habit. I took you out here to get the arrow capacity upgrade and a couple of heart pieces and some secret seashells. We can finally proceed through the main obstacle. Past the rocks falling from absolutely nowhere, and surprisingly I didn't actually get hit by the rocks. And I was assuming I'd get hit by the Moldorm, but didn't. Anyway. Let's position ourselves. Okay. And there we are, I think he got the point. As I mentioned, the mirror shield bounces back pretty much any projectile in this game. It is so much better than it used to be. Coming up, though, is where it was originally used. That stream of flame couldn't be blocked by your regular shield. That was pretty much it. That's all you needed the mirror shield for. We establish a warp point, hack away at some levers, and a like, but we'll get our shovel. And we'll dig up the penultimate secret seashell. The last one is with Dampe and his challenges, but we need to beat the next dungeon. Head over here and defeat, I think those are Dactos. They're certainly similar in style to the ones in A Link to the Past. I will equip that. Alright, time to at least make your... there we go. Time to put your stupid song to use for the second and final time. Turtle Rock itself comes to life. Let's get our bombs out. Bait it into attacking and move. When it stands there stunned, bomb the head. Will the explosion reach it? Yes, it will. Not too bad. So we can see that there's an actual live creature under there. It presumably... So basically just keep dodging its attacks, wait for the time to strike. And there we go, it's more like an alligator head than a turtle. But this is the entrance to the last dungeon, Turtle Rock, where we will be wrapping things up. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time on our adventure through Koholint Island, where we brave the final dungeon.